Ford 6000. We will go back in time to learn about a tractor that once took the American fields by storm in the early 1960s, the Ford 6000. This is an emotional story of innovation, challenges, and valuable lessons in the history of agricultural machinery. In the late 1950s, Ford realized that they were falling behind in the power race compared to their competitors. While other manufacturers introduced tractors with power from 60 to 80 horsepower, Ford's most powerful model was only under 50 horsepower. To regain its position, Ford decided to develop a completely new, more powerful tractor, and that was the Ford 6000. Launched in March 1961, the Ford 6000 was expected to be a symbol of progress with many breakthrough features. The machine was equipped with a 242 cubic inch six-cylinder diesel engine or a 3.7 liters gasoline engine, along with an advanced 10-speed selecto-speed transmission, allowing smooth gear changes without stopping the engine. However, shortly after its launch, the Ford 6000 encountered many serious technical problems. The selecto-speed transmission, although advanced, was not fully tested before going into production, leading to many failures and poor reliability. Some users said that the transmission was not designed to be strong enough to handle the power of the engine, causing problems and reducing Ford's reputation with farmers. Not only that, the Ford 6000's engine also encountered significant problems. The 242 cubic inch diesel engine was developed from the 223 cubic inch gasoline engine, but this conversion was not completely successful. The engine had only 4 main bearings, which led to crankshaft warping and other failures. The Power Store hydraulic system, although an innovative idea with its use of an accumulator to store hydraulic oil under pressure, had its own problems. Some farmers complained that the system was too sensitive, leading to rapid and uncontrolled lifting and lowering of implements, especially when used with equipment such as plows. In response to the wave of negative feedback from customers, Ford took the unprecedented step of recalling all Ford 6000 tractors sold for repair and upgrade. The repaired machines were repainted blue, as opposed to the original red and gray, to distinguish the old from the new. In 1965, Ford introduced an improved version called the Ford 6000 Commander. This version had improvements to the transmission and engine, which increased reliability and performance. However, despite significant improvements, the Ford 6000 Commander still could not erase the negative impressions of the previous version. The story of the Ford 6000 is a clear testament to the importance of thorough testing and listening to customer feedback during the product development process. Despite many difficulties, Ford showed commitment and responsibility in the face of challenges, and at the same time learned valuable lessons for future projects. Today, the Ford 6000 has become an icon in the history of tractors, reminding us of the relentless efforts in innovation and improvement, as well as the importance of perseverance in fade technology. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of the Ford 6000 is not only the story of a tractor, but also the story of people, of innovation, and of lessons learned from failure. It reminds us that in any field, listening, learning, and continuous improvement are the keys to success. Farmall 460. Introduced by International Harvester, IH, in the late 1950s, the Farmall 460 was expected to bring significant improvements to farmers. However, the reality revealed a much more complicated picture. At the time, IH was looking to increase the performance and power of its tractors to meet the growing needs of farmers. The Farmall 460 was born with this goal in mind, equipped with a more powerful engine and many technical improvements. However, increasing power without simultaneously upgrading the transmission and rear axle led to undesirable consequences. Soon after its introduction, the Farmall 460 began to show serious problems. The Farmall 460's rear axle system used the same bearings as the previous M model, which were not strong enough to handle the load from the higher-powered engine. This resulted in damage, shaft breakage, and operator injury. IH had to issue a major recall to replace these bearings with more robust cylindrical roller bearings. Many users reported that the tractor stuck between gears, especially when shifting quickly. This was mainly due to worn gear heads and lack of regular maintenance. Some farmers experienced hydraulic oil leaks under the control panel, causing loss of pressure and performance of the system. This required complex and expensive repairs. Some users reported poor braking performance and unstable power steering, especially in cold weather conditions. Many farmers shared negative experiences with the Farmall 460. Some reported frequent rear axle and transmission problems with their tractors, resulting in extended downtime and high repair costs. However, there are also those who appreciate the machine's ability to work when operating normally, arguing that with proper maintenance, the Farmall 460 is still a useful tool in the field. The story of the Farmall 460 is a clear demonstration of the importance of synchronizing engine power with the load capacity of the transmission system. Increasing power without correspondingly upgrading related components can lead to serious consequences. IH learned valuable lessons from this incident, and those experiences contributed to shaping the company's later tractor designs. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of the Farmall 460 is not just the story of a tractor, but also a lesson in the balance between innovation and reliability. It reminds us that in any field, listening to feedback from reality and making timely adjustments is the key to sustainable success. John Deere 2010. Launched in 1960, the John Deere 2010 was expected to bring groundbreaking improvements to American farmers. However, the reality was not quite as expected. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, John Deere decided to refresh its product line with a series of new generation tractors. The John Deere 2010 was designed to serve medium-sized farms with a 4-cylinder engine and many advanced features. Despite high expectations, the John Deere 2010 encountered many serious technical problems. Engine with sleeve deck design. This was the first time John Deere applied this design, in which the cylinders were mounted on a common base plate. However, this design resulted in ineffective sealing, causing leaks and reduced engine performance. The hydraulic pump is located in a difficult-to-reach location, making maintenance and repair difficult. Power steering system. Unstable operation, making it more difficult to control the tractor. Ineffective brake design, poor performance even when new. PTO, power takeoff shaft, frequently malfunctions causing interruptions in operation. Many farmers have expressed disappointment with the John Deere 2010. Some say this is the worst tractor model that John Deere has ever produced. In particular, the diesel engine version is considered to have more problems than the gasoline version. Although the John Deere 2010 did not achieve the expected success, it left the company with valuable lessons in tractor design and production. The experiences from this model have helped John Deere improve and develop better quality tractors in the future. The story of John Deere 2010 is a testament to the fact that not all innovations lead to success. However, from failures we learn to improve and become better. That is the spirit of continuous improvement of American agriculture. Oliver 1250. Introduced in the late 1960s, the Oliver 1250 was the result of a collaboration between Oliver Corporation and Italian manufacturer Fiat. Despite high expectations, the tractor was met with many challenges and technical problems in actual use. At that time, Oliver Corporation wanted to expand its product line by collaborating with Fiat to produce compact tractors that would suit the needs of American farmers. The Oliver 1250 was one of the products from this collaboration, designed to provide reliable performance in a compact size. However, after a period of use, many farmers reported technical problems with the Oliver 1250, difficulty in finding spare parts. Due to being manufactured based on Fiat's design and using a specific engine, finding spare parts for the Oliver 1250 became difficult. Some users have shared that they have encountered many obstacles when it comes to replacing parts, especially for gasoline engines. Ignition system problems. Some owners have encountered difficulties when replacing or repairing the tractor's ignition system. Losing the key or having the ignition system damaged has caused a lot of trouble, and finding suitable replacement parts is not always easy. Unstable performance at idle. Some users have reported that the Oliver 1250 runs unevenly at idle, especially in diesel engines. Adjusting to achieve stable performance is sometimes difficult due to the lack of specific technical information and instructions. Despite the many technical problems, there are also users who appreciate the Oliver 1250 for its workability and durability. However, most agree that maintaining and repairing this tractor requires patience and the ability to find suitable replacement parts. The story of the Oliver 1250 is a testament to the importance of ensuring the availability of spare parts and technical support after a product is launched on the market. It also reminds us of the need to choose the right manufacturing partner and ensure that the product meets the real needs of users. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oliver 1250 is not just a tractor, but also a piece of agricultural history, reflecting the challenges and lessons in the process of technological development. Hopefully, through this story, we can better understand the importance of combining design, manufacturing, and after-sales support to create products that truly meet the needs of farmers. Farmall 560. At the time, IH was looking to increase the performance and power of its tractors to meet the growing needs of farmers. The Farmall 560 was born with this goal in mind, equipped with a more powerful engine and many technical improvements. However, increasing power without simultaneously upgrading the transmission and rear axle led to undesirable consequences. Soon after its introduction, the Farmall 560 began to show serious problems. The Farmall 560's rear axle system used bearings that were not strong enough to handle the load from the higher-powered engine. This led to failures, broken axles, and dangerous conditions for the operator. IH had to issue a major recall in 1959 to replace these bearings with stronger cylindrical roller bearings. Many users reported that the tractor stuck between gears, especially when shifting quickly. The main cause is wear on the gear lever and lack of regular maintenance. Some farmers have experienced hydraulic oil leaks under the control panel, causing loss of pressure and performance of the system. This requires complex and expensive repairs. Some users have reported poor braking performance and unstable power steering, especially in cold weather conditions. Many farmers have shared negative experiences with the Farmall 560. Some said their tractors often had problems with the rear axle and transmission, leading to long downtime and high repair costs. However, others have praised the machine's ability to work when operating normally, saying that with proper maintenance, the Farmall 560 is still a useful tool in the field. The Farmall 560 story is a clear example of the importance of synchronizing engine power with the load capacity of the transmission system. Increasing power without correspondingly upgrading related components can lead to serious consequences. IH learned valuable lessons from this incident, and those experiences have contributed to shaping the company's later tractor designs. The Farmall 560 is not just a story about a tractor, but also a lesson in the balance between innovation and reliability. It reminds us that, in any field, listening to feedback from reality and making timely adjustments is the key to sustainable success. Looking back at the Farmall 460, Farmall 560, John Deere 2010, Ford 6000, and Oliver 1250, we see not only the machines that once existed on the American fields, but also valuable lessons about technology, innovation, and the tenacity of farmers. Each of these tractors was born with high expectations, but not always achieved success. Problems with transmissions, hydraulic systems, engines, and the difficulty in finding replacement parts caused many users to encounter many obstacles. But it was from these failures that the tractor industry constantly developed, learned from experience to create generations of tractors that were stronger and more durable. However, what is more important is not the technical failures, but how farmers faced them. They didn't give up, they didn't complain. Instead, they found ways to fix, improve, and make the most of what they had. That's the spirit of perseverance, creativity, and love of the people who are attached to the fields. These tractors may not be seen much today, but their stories live on. They remind us that development always comes with challenges, and that past failures lay the foundation for future success. Thank you for watching. If you have memories or thoughts about these machines, please share them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can continue to bring you other meaningful stories. See you in the next video.